नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठकी। Today we have new chapter, chapter 10, canto 10, chapter 22, text number 1. Krishna steals the garments. So I read the sloka, you all can repeat after me. Śrī Śukadeva hemante prathame māsi nanda-vraja-kumārikāḥ cerur haviṣyaṁ bhuñjānāḥ kātyāyany-arcana-vratam śrī-śuka hemante prathame māsi nanda-vraja-kumārikāḥ cerur haviṣyaṁ bhuñjānāḥ kātyāyany-arcana-vratam śrī-śuka hemante prathame māsi nanda-vraja-kumārikāḥ cerur haviṣyaṁ bhuñjānāḥ kātyāyany-arcana-vratam Śrī Śukadeva Kātyāyany-arcana-vratam Śrī Śukadeva hemante prathame māsi Mataji. nanda-vraja-kumārikāḥ. Word-to-word meaning, translation and purport by Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Śrī Śuka uvāca. Śrī Śukadeva Gosvāmī said, hemante, during the winter, prathame, in the first, māsi, month, nanda-vraja, of the cowherd village of Nanda Mahārāja, kumārikāḥ, the unmarried young girls, ceruḥ, performed, haviṣyaṁ, unseasoned, khichrī, bhuñjānāḥ, subsisting on Kātyāyanī, of the goddess Kātyāyanī-arcana-vratam, the vow of worship. Translation. Śukadeva Gosvāmī said, during the first month of the winter season, the young unmarried girls of Gokula observed the vow of worshipping goddess Kātyāyanī. For the entire month, they ate only unspiced khichrī. You all can repeat after me. Śukadeva Gosvāmī said, during the first month of the winter season, the young unmarried girls of Gokula observed the vow of worshipping goddess Kātyāyanī. For the entire month, they ate only unspiced khichrī. Purport. The word hemante refers to the month of Margashirsha, from approximately in the middle of November to the middle of December, according to the Western calendar. In Volume 1, Chapter 22 of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Srila Prabhupada comments that the gopis first ate haviṣyaṁ, a kind of food prepared by boiling together moong dal and rice without any spices or turmeric. According to Vedic injunction, this kind of food is recommended to purify the body before one enacts a ritualistic ceremony. I also read the whole summary given in the beginning of the chapter by Srila Prabhupada's disciples. This chapter describes how the marriageable daughters of the cowherd men worshipped Kātyāyanī to get Lord Krishna as their husband, and how Krishna stole the garments of the young girls and gave the girls benedictions. During the month of Margashirsha, every day, early in the morning, the young daughters of the cowherds would take one another's hand and, singing of Krishna's transcendental qualities, go to the Yamuna to bathe. Desiring to obtain Krishna as their husband, they would then worship the goddess Kātyāyanī with incense, flowers, and other items. One day, the young gopis left their ornaments on the shore as usual and began playing in the water while chanting Lord Krishna's activities. Suddenly, Krishna himself came there, took away all the garments, and climbed a nearby Kadamba tree. Wanting to tease the gopis, Krishna said, I understand how fatigued you gopis are from your austerities, so please come onto the shore and take back your clothes. The gopis then pretended to become angry and said the cold water of the Yamuna was giving them great pain. If Krishna did not give them back their garments, they said they would inform King Kamsa of all that had happened. But if he did give the clothes back, they would willingly carry out his orders in the mood of humble servants. Krishna replied that he had no fear of King Kamsa, and if the girls really intended to follow his command and be his maid servants, they should each immediately come onto the shore and take their respective garments. The girls, trembling from the cold, climbed out of the water with their hands covering their private parts. Krishna, who felt great affection for them, again spoke, because while executing a vow, you bathe in the water naked. You have committed an offense against the demigods, and to counteract it, you should offer obeisances with joined palms. Then your vow of austerity will achieve its full result. The gopis followed this instruction and, folding their hands in respect, offered obeisances to Sri Krishna. Satisfied, he gave them back their clothing. But the young girls had become so attracted to him that they could not leave. Understanding their minds, Krishna said that he knew they had worshipped Kātyāyanī to get him as their husband. Because they offered their hearts to him, their desires would never again become tainted by the mood of materialistic enjoyment, just as fried barley corns can no longer grow into shoots. Next atom, he told them, their most cherished desire would be fulfilled. Then the gopis, fully satisfied, returned to Vraja, and Sri Krishna and his cowherd friends went off to a distant place to graze the cows. Sometime later, when the boys felt disturbed by the great heat of the summer, they took shelter at the base of a tree that stood just like an umbrella. The Lord then said that the life of a tree is most excellent, for even while feeling pain, a tree continues to protect others from heat, rain, snow, and so on. with its leaves, flowers, fruits, shade, roots, bark, wood, fragrance, sap, ashes, pulp, and sprouts, a tree fulfills the desires of everyone. This kind of life is ideal. Indeed, said Krishna, the perfection of life is to act with one's vital energy, wealth, intelligence, and words for the benefit of all. After the Lord had glorified the trees in this way, the entire company went to Jamuna, where the cowherd boys let the cows drink the sweet water and also drank some themselves. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guron Shri Yuttapadakamalam Shri Guron Vaishnavansya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitansya He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vancha Kalpatarobhyasya Krupa Sindhobhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vācālam phangam langaite girim yat krupatamaham vande Sri Gurun Dīnatarinam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. I offer obeisances at the lotus feet of all present here who are much senior and much knowledgeable than me, and request each one of you to kindly bless me so that I can speak as told by Prabhupada. The concepts of Prabhupada only are spoken by me. Hare Krishna. So from today onwards we have very beautiful description of Krishna's pastime. Krishna steals the gopis' garments. Here Krishna is showing his pastime, and the gopis, the unmarried gopis, they are not ordinary people. They are highly exalted devotees, and they are worshipping Kātyāyany, the Durga Mata. Here, first we should understand the greatest position of gopis. Gopis, or the greatness of Gopi, are described in Ujjvala Nilamani of Rupa Goswami. Ujjvala Nilamani is the great book written by Srila Rupa Goswami describing the conjugal love affairs of Krishna and Radharani. So Prabhupada in some interview tells that this Ujjvala Nilamani is not an ordinary book which should be read by the general public just like that, to read any love story or understanding some love affairs of one hero and heroine. No. They are to be read only after thoroughly reading Bhagavad-Gita and understanding Krishna's highest position, and then reading Srimad Bhagavatam, and then reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. One can attempt to read Ujjvala Nilamani and understand. So, in this great book, Srila Rupa Goswami explains the gopis as the great devotees who are generally categorized into two as Nitya Siddha and Sadhana Siddha. Nitya Siddha means eternally perfect. They come to this earth for carrying out, for executing some of the activities as directed by Krishna, and then they go back to the Goloka Vrindavan Dham. And wherever they are, they remain as Nitya Siddha. They are eternally perfect. Whatever they do only for Krishna. They will never carry out any activity for the sake of themselves or for satisfying themselves. No. That is the eternally perfect Nitya Siddhas. And the other one is Sadhana Siddha, which they attain the perfection by performing practice of devotional service by sadhana. And Rupa Goswami again divides the Sadhana Siddha gopis into two categories. One is the special group and the other one not belonging to the special group. The special group of gopis who are under Sadhana Siddha are again divided into two categories. One is Shruti Chari gopis, and the other one is Rishi Chari gopis. Shruti Chari gopis are the gopis who are personified form of the Vedas. Shruti is Shruti Chari, personified Vedas. That means they have practiced the devotional service to such an extent that they are personified form of Vedas. And the other category is very interesting, Rishi Chari Vedas. They are the rishis, they are the exalted great saints in Dandakaranya, the deep forest where they could get the darshan of Sri Ramachandra. When they actually see Sri Ramachandra, they were actually praying to Hari, that is Krishna. And when they see Ramachandra, they could feel that that is Krishna himself. Krishna had come. And they were such a highly exalted devotees that they were feeling they themselves as gopis, and they wanted to enjoy with Ramachandra. Having understood the feeling of these rishis, Sri Ramachandra, who is actually giving benedictions to anyone who just pray for him, he gives the benediction that they will become gopis when he takes the form, when he comes to the earth, and he performs the pastimes. So those rishis, the Rishichari gopis, now they have taken the birth as the gopis on the Vraja and performing the pastimes. So whatever they do, whatever they are doing, whatever they did, they are not ordinary things. We should never see from the angle of an ordinary human being. They are never ordinary. Rupa Goswami reiterates again and again that these people, though they appear like ordinary human beings and they performed the kātyāyany-vrata, praying to Mother Goddess, the demigod Durga. It looks as if they are praying to demigods, but they are doing that for Krishna, for attaining Krishna, for getting Krishna as their husband. So anything we perform for Krishna is always in satoguna. The three kinds of gunas are explained in 1717, 1718 and 1719. The austerity in goodness, passion and the ignorance. When the austerities are performed for Krishna without any selfish motives, those austerities are always in the satoguna, in the mode of goodness. And the austerities which are performed for the sake of name, fame and getting some sort of respect in the society, they are in the mode of passion. And the austerities which are performed by torturing themselves, torturing their body, or for injuring or for harming somebody, such austerities are the austerities performed in the ignorance. So, if somebody is praying for himself, then it comes as a passion or under ignorance. Never it comes as a satoguna activity. Whereas these gopis, they were praying to Kātyāyanī for Krishna, for getting Krishna as their husband. So they were performing only in the mode of goodness. And again about the gopis' exalted position, Padma Purana explains there are 4 types of great people who are these gopis. The personified Vedic literature, reborn sages, daughters of cowherds and demigod maidens. Gopyastu shrutayo jneya Rishija Gopa Kanyaka Deva Kanyasta Rajendra Namanishya Kadanchana. They are never ordinary human beings. So here we see Krishna first. We see that the gopis are performing the Kātyāyany-vrata in the hemante ritu. Hemante ritu is the first māsa of Varsha ritu. The hemanta comes after Varsha and Sharad ritu, which is after the Kartik Mass. So after these 4 months of these austerities, Chaturmasa, then this Kātyāyany-vrata is actually starts. So just after the Kartik, this year, this is from 8th November to 9th December, Kātyāyany-vrata. So, in the hemante ritu, they have started the kātyāyany-vrata, and they were eating very simple, the moong dal plus the rice boiled together. That is how khichrī is made by these gopis, and they were eating only that as the austerity to purify their bodies. And how they were performing is explained in the second and third sloka. After taking the bath, they make the statue of Durga and they perform the worship by offering very nice chandan pulp and offering the diya, the light, the lamps, and then the agarbatti and all the things every day. So like this it is going on, and what they do? They chant. What they chant? Kātyāyany mahāmāye mahāyoginyadhīśvarī Nanda gopasutam devi patim me kurute namaha. O Kātyāyani, O Mahamaya, O Yogini, please give me as my husband the Nanda's son, Krishna, and my obeisances unto you. This is the sloka which they keep on doing the chanting, and each gopi, this unmarried gopi, they wanted Krishna as their husband. So, in the next sloka, fifth sloka, we see that they were very intensely, with all the concentration, they were meditating and they were praying that the Nanda's son, Krishna, only should be my husband. So that way they did the worship and carried out the worship on Bhadrakali. In the sixth sloka we see, every day they get up in the morning and call each other's name. Oh Kavita, oh Bhadra, oh Dhani, come, come. They each hold hand in hand and they run to Yamuna. And they sing the glories of Krishna and they take bath. So, as usual, one day when they were taking bath, they find suddenly Krishna. And Krishna wanted to give them the result of the austerities, so he appears there. And the gopis' garments he takes, he steals and climbs over the kadamba tree and then laughs very loudly. And all his friends, they also laugh. Here, the friends are not grown up. They are all 2 years, 3 years. They don't even recognize who is who without the clothes. And when they were laughing like that and joking, Krishna tells them, so you all come here and take your garments. I have never told you any lie. You see, you all come over here and take. I am telling you the truth. So they all laugh. And Krishna is joking with us. The all gopis also laugh. They feel so happy to get the association of Krishna and they all laughing. But they were all up to their neck level in Yamuna. And they tell Krishna, oh Krishna, please don't do this type of thing. We are suffering. Please give back the clothes. Otherwise, you see, we inform the king. You see, think over this. Then Krishna says, you see, I am not bothered about the king. And you see, if you really want to follow my instructions, come over here and take the clothes. Then they feel, yes. One by one they come out. They cover their body with their hands, but Krishna says, you see, you performed, you took bath in Jamuna nakedly, and so you have committed an offense to the demigods. So to remove that offense as a prayaschitta, as an atonement, you should now hold both of your hands and pray and offer obeisances unto me. Without any second thought, they hold their palms and offer obeisances at the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna feels happy, gopis feel happy. They take each of their garments and they don't move. Krishna looks at him and the gopis are looking very shyly. When they were coming, they were not feeling shy. After putting on the clothes and looking at Krishna, they are feeling shy, because they are imagining Krishna as their husband. And they are feeling so happy for getting the association of Krishna. And then Krishna tells them, now you go to your places, respective places. I understand your intention, and in the coming atom, your wish will be fulfilled. So they go back, and the Gopas and Krishna, they go to very much inside the forest, and they herd the cows, and suddenly it becomes so hot, intolerable. So the Gopa says, it's so hot, let us take rest under the tree. The tree was looking like an umbrella, and they all take the rest, and Krishna explains the greatness of the tree. So these 38 slokas of this chapter, each one is really a nectar. Each one really gives a lot of happiness to us when we hear about Krishna and Krishna's pastimes. But the only thing is, we should never think or imagine or follow or just imitate Krishna or Krishna's pastimes, or think that Krishna is just like an ordinary human being. He is trying to look at the beauty of the young girls. No. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Krishna is the Supreme who has created the whole universe, who had created crores, billions and millions of the universes and the living entities. For him, and this sort of lusty desire will never come. There is no question of getting such sort of desire at all. So having the clear understanding of Krishna, then we should go through the whole pastime with total dedication. By listening to these pastimes, Shrunvatam Swakada Krishna Punya Sravana Kirtanaha Hrudayantastohya Vadrani Vidunoti Suhutsatam. As we hear the pastimes with great attention, then Krishna is present inside us. He feels extremely happy. Oh, this Atma, this fellow is listening to my pastimes with so much of interest. Then he takes, oh, these obstructions are actually stopping in real enjoyment of my pastimes. These anarthas are actually stopping him to become a pure devotee. I should remove these obstacles. Krishna himself removes all the kalmasha, the impurities, the obstacles which are present in us, and Krishna makes us a pure devotee. So just by listening to Krishna's pastimes, and taking the prasadam of Krishna, which are available in all ISKCON temples, just listen to the pastimes of Krishna, and wherever possible, tell pastimes of Krishna to whoever you see. Enjoy, understand with great attention the greatness of Krishna, and listen to the pastimes. Krishna will definitely remove the anarthas. So, actually, we should never forget the greatness of the gopis. Here we have one nice pastime, the story, to show the greatness of gopi. Krishna pretends that he is having a severe headache, and Narad Muni comes to him, and Krishna is pretending, oh my God, so much of headache. Narad Muni asks, oh Krishna, you are the Supreme Lord, what is the problem with you? No, I am having headache. Here, you see, here. Narad Muni says, oh Bhagavan, kindly tell me what is the remedy. Only you can tell. Nobody else knows the remedy. He said, you see, I want the dust of the pure devotee. Any devotee's dust can remove this headache. Kindly bring. Can you give your dust? Narad Muni says, oh my God, how can I give my dust? You are the Supreme. And if my dust falls on your head, I will go to hell, and I don't know how many years, decades, I have to suffer. Then Krishna says, okay, kindly bring the dust of a devotee. Devotee's dust under the legs, under the feet. Then immediately, this I will go and bring. Krishna, please, I will just go and bring the dust. Narad Muni goes to Rukmini Devi. Oh Rukmini Devi, your great husband, the Creator, the Supreme Lord, he is having headache and he wants the dust. Can you kindly give the dust? My dust? Dust under my feet? You think what sort of result I will get back? No. I cannot give. Narad Muni says, your husband, he is the Supreme Lord. But I cannot give my dust. How can I give? How did you imagine that I will be able to give? I will go to the hell. I have to perform so much of austerity to come back. No. Not possible. Then Narad Muni goes to so many devotees, Brahma and all. Everywhere he gets the same answer that no, we cannot give. Then Krishna, he comes back to Krishna and says, oh Prabhu, oh Swami, oh Lord, I am unable to find any devotee who is ready to give the dust of their feet. Then Krishna says, go to Vrindavan. Ask the gopis. Then Narad Muni comes to the Vrindavan and he tells, oh listen gopis, your master, your Lord, he is having headache in his head, so much of severe headache, and the headache can go if you give the dust, and if I apply on the head, then the headache will go. Can you give the dust of your feet, dust under your feet? They all run away. See, these people also ran away. I thought Krishna asked me to come to gopis. This fellow should be able to give immediately. Each fellow ran away and he is looking. They all ran to Yamuna and then wetting their feet, and then he was seeing all jumping in the dust of Vrindavan, and they started coming one by one, running to him. I have collected so much of dust. Oh, Narad Muni, take the dust. Narad Muni was so surprised. I thought you fellows have gone. Oh my God, I misunderstood you. And then he collects the vraja and he tells them, you see, you are giving the dust like this, you know to whom you are giving. He is the Supreme Lord. And by applying this, your dust is actually reaching the Supreme Lord, means you will go to hell without any doubt. Every gopi say, I don't mind going to hell. I don't mind staying in the hell for any number of decades, any number of the eras, millenniums. I don't mind. If with my dust, if Krishna becomes all right, if Krishna feels happy, if Krishna is relieved of the pain, we are happy. We don't mind taking any sort of trouble. Then Narad Muni feels, oh, you are the greatest devotees on the earth. You are the greatest devotees in the whole universe. He offers his obeisances onto the lotus feet of the gopis and comes back to Krishna and explains. Krishna says, yes, gopis are my real devotees. So, identifying, understanding the greatness of gopis, when we read, when we understand one by one all these 38 slokas, we really appreciate the highest position and understand the pastime in the positive spirit with devotion. If we don't understand the greatness of gopis, or if we don't describe the greatness of gopis to others, the other people, the people in general, the public, they may not understand and they may misunderstand the pastimes of Krishna. So it is our duty to make each and everyone to understand the greatness of the gopis. Our philosophy is to follow the footsteps of gopis. Our philosophy is explained in one sloka, Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajeta Taniyas Tadhama Vrindavanam. If anybody asks, what is your concept, what is your philosophy, it is explained in this gist. The whole essence is explained here. Number one, the Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajeta Taniya, the Rajas, Krishna is the Supreme Lord whom we pray, whom we worship. Number one. Number two, and Tadhama Vrindavanam, and the Vrindavana is equally worshipable. Number three, Ramya Kachita Upasana Brajavadu. The gopis, the exalted gopis, are the one who are the devotees whom we try to follow. Then Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam, the Bhagavatam, Bhagavad-Gita, are the real books which are without any sort of malina, impurity in it. And we read them, we understand, we try to follow what is given in those books. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam, this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told us, given us, directed us. This direction, we take it, tatradhara na para. Other than this, there is nothing more respectable than what is actually given in this. So we take Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction that gopis are the exalted, and we try to follow the footsteps of gopis so that we attain Krishna, at least in this life, if it is possible, with all our attention and devotion. Otherwise, in the future, when we try to follow, when we started following the directions given by our acharyas, we are sure we will attain Krishna. If not this life, in the next, or in the coming few millions also. No problem. But we are going to achieve Krishna. If we are serious, we can surely achieve Krishna by following Prabhupada's instructions. That is, first starts with chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So with these things, I stop this. If you have any question, one question we can discuss, because unfortunately it's already 9. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for your class. On minute 39 of your class, you describe austerities, the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. And then after that, you said that the prayers, the austerities of the gopis in this specific situation was in the mode of goodness. I think what you meant to say it was in the mode of transcendental goodness, because the mode of goodness is an material mode, and the gopis are the highest transcendentalists.
So, in one of the purports, it is explained that gopis are showing they are behaving like ordinary human beings. Those exalted people, though they behave like ordinary human beings, they are actually showing the way for the human beings to follow. Here, they were doing the austerity and they were praying to Kātyāyany, but they were praying for attaining Krishna. So, our intention should be to attain Krishna. Any austerity, any work, any devotional activity, when it is exclusively for Krishna, then it becomes the prema. If we have even 0.01% of selfishness, then it is not prema, it is lust. The definition of prema and kama, the lust, is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 4.165. Atmendriya priti icha tare bali kama, Krishnendriya priti vancha dhare prema nama. This is the simple definition. Whatever activities which are performed for the pleasure of Krishna, that is prema, that is the loving devotional service. Any activity, it may look like he is performing the devotional activity. If it is meant for satisfying his senses, then it is not devotion, but it is the lust. So here they are showing how the real love should be. Gopis. Okay, anything else? So we stop here, unless you want to make any comments. Yeah. So we stop here.